Hi, friends. My name is host Eric. I'm the Talking with Famous People. And as you may know, I have been celebrating this week an artist named Johnny. And you may be wondering, why are you talking about him so much this week? Well, the reason is because this week actually is International Johnny Week. I received a lot of questions about the holiday. It's the hottest new holiday in the world. If you look at trending topics, almost all of them say International Johnny Week. But regardless, I keep getting a lot of questions. So I thought I'd go over the holiday right now, real quick with you. First of all, it is called International Johnny Week, not just Johnny Week. So you can leave the international off in shorthand, but you probably shouldn't. Second, the dates. Every year, International Johnny Week begins the third Monday of September and it ends the Sunday thereafter. And on this particular year, those dates were the 18th through the 24th. Okay. Now, you're probably wondering about the arc of the week. Why a whole week? Well, it has a certain arc to it. It starts off a little bit slow. It peaks on Friday and goes down on Saturday and Sunday. And I'll explain a little bit more about that in a second. First of all, for every person in the world, their goal is to, at some point, make a pilgrimage to see the Friday show during International Johnny Week, wherever he may be playing. He may not be playing on certain years, on a Friday, but if he is, it's your job as a good Johnnyist, to go to that Friday show. That's the ultimate in the Johnny Week experience, to attend the Friday show. Now, there is a pilgrimage alternative. If you can't make the Friday show during International Johnny Week, you can just simply turn towards wherever he's playing from about 9 to about 10 p.m. So, but are there any fun activities or festivities for International Johnny Week? Well, there is no gift giving, I'm happy to report, but there's a feast, there's jawling, and then there's IHOP. So let's talk about the feast first. The feast, a traditional Johnny Week feast, International Johnny Week feast, is a pot roast that's been decorated with some sort of means of doing so, with the word Johnny on top of it. Now, jawling is something where it's caroling, but you're singing Johnny songs. Rachel and I aren't going to be able to get around to that this year because we're making the pilgrimage. We're actually going to fulfill our duty as Johnnyists, make the pilgrimage, and we won't ever have to make it again. We can just face towards wherever he's playing after that. And then lastly, it is generally widely considered traditional to go to IHOP at some point during International Johnny Week, to go to International House of Pancakes, and specifically to order the fresh and fruity tooty, fun and fruity, or whatever it's called. Okay, so now, share. It's important that we all share our Johnny Week activities on social media. Take a picture of your pot roast, put it up on social media, at Johnny, hashtag it to Johnny or whatever. If you're doing some jawling, then you should record a little bit of it, upload it to social media. This is going to be the hottest holiday. In 10 years, everybody's going to be just taking the whole week off for International Johnny Week. So be ahead of the curve. Anyway, so what about the denouement? The denouement, Saturday and Sunday. What happens on then? Well, Saturday is known as return day. For people who have made the pilgrimage, they're going to be returning to their homes on Saturday. And Sunday is known as post-mortem. Sunday, you should be spending the time reflecting on how well you had spent International Johnny Week and how you can improve your International Johnny Week experience next year. So, we will be back on return day tomorrow, and I may jump the gun and start doing some post-morteming of my adequacy this International Johnny Week, even Saturday night. So, that should sum up the basics of International Johnny Week. If you're not already in the middle of celebrating, if you haven't made that pot roast yet, you're running out of time. You need to make it now. It should be slow cooked and delicious. After all, it's in honor of Johnny. And the last thing I want to tell you about International Johnny Week is the parable of St. Johnny. You see, once upon a time, there was a poor orphan boy who could not get his prescription amphetamines, no matter what seemed to happen. He could not get them because they were not available. And then at the last minute, in the afternoon before he was to go to the pilgrimage, he called the pharmacy and ta-da! We do have it. We can give you all your Vyvanse right now. And he was able to go get it, and he enjoyed himself so much at that show that forever after, we now refer to the parable of St. Johnny as an example of how when someone is in need, give them prescription speed. Thanks so much for watching, and don't forget to eat plenty of cheese.